The sirens are blaring, and that means it's another bonus edition of the 24/7 Sports Football Recruiting Podcast, as another five-star prospect has come off the board. This time, it is five-star quarterback Dante Moore, who has just announced his commitment to the Oregon Ducks. We've got national recruiting analyst Alan Trieu to join us here. Alan, how did the Ducks win out in the battle for five-star quarterback Dante Moore?
Well, I think they, for one thing, just stayed the course with him and built the relationship, and were able to get him to campus several times early in the process, and even into the winter here. People close to Dante were saying they thought it was unlikely he would go anywhere too far from home, and he hadn't visited a lot of schools further away from home yet. Oregon was able to get him out for more than one visit, and I think that really helped make him feel comfortable. You hear him talk about his relationship with the staff, with Coach Lanning, with Coach Dillingham. It's clear that he really built a strong relationship with those guys. And so I think he gradually got more comfortable with the idea of going further away. You really thought this one was going to go to Notre Dame or Michigan at one point. And the more he started to look at schools further away from home, Texas A&M, LSU, schools like that were in the mix, the more Oregon was able to kind of move in and quickly become the favorite in this. And I think this last visit that he took out there, aided a little bit by the Elite 11 and Dante needing to go to the West Coast, I think that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, it was very nice out there on the final day of the Elite 11 finals. So maybe fell in love with that West Coast weather. Alan, from an impact standpoint, this is a game-breaking quarterback, terrific playmaker with elite arm strength. What do you see him being able to accomplish with Oregon?
Yeah, I think first you look at their board of offers at quarterback, and they'd only offered 14 guys in this class, and only 2 are uncommitted. So if you don't get Dante, then they're running out of Plan B options at that point. So this was a big get, and Dante is, to me, I think, still in the conversation for the top quarterback in the country. He's in that mix of guys that we talk about that have the potential to take that spot away from Arch Manning come the fall. He did extremely well at the Elite 11. He's a guy who's going to start 4 years at his high school, has already played in 2 state title games during the 3 seasons that he started. Extremely efficient, very smart, very accurate, just very polished, and looks in control at all times. And I think when he just threw the ball at the Elite 11, you see, you always talk about the intangible side of him, but he's got physical tools too. He can throw the football. He is 210 pounds now, so he's filling in physically. And I think when you look at that combination of size and polish, he's a guy that can come in there and already have a chance to either play or push that room a little bit as a true freshman.
Yeah, you really like his competitiveness, and I thought the way he carried himself throughout that Elite 11 finals week with the business-like approach, and just being able to really kind of hone in on being the best version of himself that week. I think that really stood out to me in terms of his potential to start from day one. I think we always wonder that, especially about five-star quarterbacks. Oregon has had a bit of a rotating door at that position since the departure of Justin Herbert. I mean, do you feel like he has all the tools to be potentially a guy that could push for playing time right away?
I think so. I mean, he's done it already at the high school level. His first start came in August with him having not even, his school hadn't started at King yet, so he hadn't even taken a 9th grade class. And he started a game in a kickoff classic against a perennial power here in a college stadium, and really handled the pressure extremely well. They got down early. He helped them come back. They didn't win the game, but he performed extremely well and nearly brought them back. And from that moment, gets out, he was a little bit different. And so he's had that experience before of being thrown in as a young guy, and just his approach, the way he handles the game. And I think he's going to end up being a guy who enrolls early and gets out there. I know he's going to be in his playbook, and his high school has done a really, really good job of coaching him and kind of cultivating the mental side of his game. And so I think he's going to step in and be as ready as anybody in this class to compete.
Yeah, an exciting addition for the Oregon Ducks in the 2023 class as they pick up 2023 five-star quarterback Dante Moore. Alan, thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, always a pleasure.
All right, that is Alan Trieu for our producer, Lance Glenn. I am Blair Angulo. Thank you so much for listening to this bonus edition of the 24/7 Sports Football Recruiting Podcast.